Great men are not born great, they grow great. Greatness. I believe if a climber has a good understanding of these three skills, they are on the path to finding greatness. I will briefly talk about warming up, finding direction, creating positive momentum. Warming up is more of an art than simple steps to follow. I have two simple goals. The first is to become awesome, and the second is to mentally prepare myself for a great performance. There are 4 parts to warming up: purpose, process, what, routine. Understanding the purpose will allow you to do a better job of warming up. Everyone gives the typical correct response of to get the blood moving and loosen up the joints. For most, that naturally happens, but I want to give more purpose to this so important part of the day. I propose the purpose of warming up is to become awesome or just feel good about yourself. The process has 2 steps. The first step is to warm up your movement and get the mind and body in sync. The second step is to get your head screwed on right. The simple way to define this is to make the easy sections fluid, and in difficult sections, you should be displaying effort. I like to use the word contrast when talking about flow and effort, because your climbing partner should see a shift between these 2 levels of intensity on the wall. By knowing what makes you awesome, makes it easier to find your mojo. We all know when we lose our magic, but by being able to define what makes us awesome or feel good, we are able to relocate that magic when it's lost. By having a routine, you can possibly detect trouble. For example, during my preview time, I will mimic my breathing pattern and experience that level of intensity on the ground. But when I'm nervous, I will forget this step. Typically, I notice this change in the routine, and then I'm able to connect the dots of being anxious. Routines help us when we are under stress. We all know what awesome looks like or feels like, but can you create it? Creating awesomeness is an art, and each time we attempt to relocate it, we learn something about ourselves. By gaining a greater understanding of these 4 steps, it becomes easier to become awesome. Purpose is why. Process is how. What is our definition. Routine is having systems. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3 in the coming weeks. In the meantime, check out what Team of 2 has to offer at team2climbing.com.